Hey guys, I'm Sinkalpita and this video is going to be a huge, like a really huge collaboration. So guys, Independence Day is just around the corner and I thought why not get in touch with a lot of booktubers because we do have so many amazing booktubers in the Indian community, and I thought why not get in touch with them and do this collaboration video which celebrates Indian independence, which celebrates the unity in diversity of our nation. So I got in touch with a lot of booktubers, Indian booktubers, like almost 20 or more of them, and a lot of these booktubers agreed to be a part of this video. So I thank each one of them to take out the time and do this video with me. Thank you so much everybody. So now each of us booktuber is from different parts of India, is from different states, from different regions. Somebody is from the west, somebody is from the east, somebody is from the north, somebody is from the south, and somebody is from the central part of India. So in this video, each of these booktubers will talk to you about a book from their state, a book that they loved about their state, either that or an author from their state and a book by that author from their state. So this is to celebrate our unity in diversity. I'm shooting this a little before the final video came through, so as of now I have 15 people collaborating. So yeah, let's listen to all these wonderful booktubers about their favorite book from their state or an author from their state and their books.
Hey, my name is Meera. I have a YouTube channel called Meera Nair. Here's wishing all of you a very happy Independence Day. Today I am going to recommend the book Good Days by Benjamin. This is the heartrending story that mirrors the plight of thousands of migrant workers in the Middle East. A man named Najib leaves his hometown in Kerala, his family behind, in order to earn a better livelihood in Saudi Arabia. But through a strange turn of events, he ends up in captivity, forced to work as a goat herd in the ruthless deserts of Saudi. This book has been written in first-person narrative, so it feels like the narrator is directly talking to us. It is such a touching story, and we get to read about the cultural alienation that expats experience, the hardships they go through in order to earn a living for their family, and also about human endurance. This book has won the 2009 Kerala Sahitya Academy Award, and I highly recommend that you pick it up as soon as possible. It very much deserves to be read.
Hi everyone, this is Chavi from the channel My Book Nook, and the book that I am going to recommend you is Tales of Fosterganj by Ruskin Bond. This book follows the story of a writer named Arun who by chance lands up in this town called Fosterganj, which is located on the outskirts of Missouri. At first, Fosterganj seems like any other normal hilly village, but soon Arun discovers some really interesting stories about the town Fosterganj and its inhabitants. This is a really fun and happy kind of book. If you want to read something that will cheer you up, definitely give this book a try. And I really want to thank Sinkalpita Di for having me here. And I really wish you all a very happy Independence Day.
Hello Ji, this is Shelvi Gaik from the channel Dancing Bookworm. I am from Uttar Pradesh. The book I recommend is Artla by Vivek Kumar. This is part 1 of the series. Set thousands of years ago, it's a story about a fascinating world which has communities like Dev, Asur, Danav, etc. The protagonist Vidhan wants to take revenge for his father's death. He has been gaining knowledge of warfare from his Guru Khan for many years. Suddenly one day Guru Khan is killed. Artla's army asks him for help. They tell him that he has a power called Bhumi Siddhi. From here begins a mysterious and adventurous world. Gradually, we get to know about lifestyle, culture and history of many communities. These communities are divided in different states. There is going to be a huge war among these states. Why you should read this book? A lot of characters explained in detail. The stereotypes related to Dev Asur are challenged. The best action scenes. An engaging read where the curiosity is always there. If you like to read historical fictions or mythological fiction, then you're gonna love this book.
Hi, I'm Samya from Samyas Book Station. Thank you Sinkalpita for making me a part of this. So I'm from Delhi and my book recommendation is Those Pricey Thakur Girls by Anuja Chauhan. This story is taking place in the 1980s in Delhi. So it's a story about the Thakur sisters. So the protagonists are Devjani Thakur and Dylan Singh Shekhawat. There is romance, there is drama, there are some interesting characters and even more interesting character dynamics. This book has many laugh out loud moments, and also this book gets fun, it also gets serious. Basically you enjoy a lot when you read this book, and it's a page turner.
Hey guys, I'm Kenjal and I'm going to talk about this book which shook me from inside, made me cry but yet made me feel like home. M and the Big Home by Jerry Pinto is all about family ties, relations and mental health. There is this family of 4 who lives in a tiny flat in Bombay, and the mother of the narrator is fighting and battling a mental illness. It took Pinto over 2 decades to write this book and even longer for me to start reading it, but never have I ever read anything so bold, original and so powerful about mental health. Jerry Pinto is one of the best authors that I have ever read, and I would recommend everyone to read his book. The characters in this book, though fictional, will stay with you and will make you cry for them. As for me, I almost felt like I left a part of me in that tiny flat in Bombay, in my city.
Hey all, my name is Apni and I have a YouTube channel called BookTubers where I share my views about books in both Hindi and in English language. Thank you so much Sinkalpita Di for giving me this opportunity to be on your platform and to talk about an author from my state. So I come from the very central part of India, Madhya Pradesh, and I take immense pride in mentioning that Madhya Pradesh has been home to a lot of eminent authors and poets. One of them was Makhanlal Chaturvedi ji, also known as Pandit ji, who was born in the Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh. And he wrote plays, essays, poems, and was also a journalist who is particularly remembered for his contribution to India's struggle for independence. For one of his poems called Him Tarangini, he was awarded with the very first Sahitya Academy Award in Hindi, and later on he was also awarded with Padma Bhushan civilian honour by the government of India. When I was in school, we had a poem by Panditji called Pushp Ki Abhilasha, and I still remember each and every line of that poem because it had such a big impact on me. In this poem, he talked about the wishes of a flower which doesn't want to be used for any fancy purpose. Instead, he wants to be sacrificed for his motherland, just like those soldiers who gave up their lives fighting for it. So it's actually an allegorical poem where Panditji conveyed his own feelings for his motherland through the wishes of a flower. So I think it's a beautiful poem and you all should definitely give it a read. That's it. Thank you for listening to me and I wish all of you guys a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.
Hi everyone, this is Maya from the channel Bookshot. I am basically from Kerala, so I would like to recommend you this book called 100 Little Flames by Preeti Shenoy, which has some wonderful Kerala vibes. This is a beautifully drafted story where you will get to see a growing relationship between a grandfather and a grandson. Ayan is a 26-year-old young man who has lived in a city all these years, and now he happens to move to his ancestral village in Kerala to live with his grandfather Gopal Shankar. Initially, Ayan finds it very difficult to adjust with the village scenario where he don't even have access to proper internet, and also with his grandfather who always remains angry. Later on, he starts loving this village, he starts loving his grandfather, he discovers a lot of things about his grandfather's past, and he realizes why his grandfather is the way he is. This is one such kind of a beautifully written book with a rich story and a lot of values. Highly recommended book. So that's it. Thank you Sinkalpita for having me here today and wish you all a very happy Independence Day.
Hi guys, I am Sinkalpita and you know this channel, this is BookGeeks India, and the book that I want to recommend to you is this one. Now I basically come from Uttar Pradesh. I was born in Agra and I was brought up there, but I also associate a lot with Karnataka because that is where I've been living all these wonderful years of my life. So finally guys, after a lot of pondering over, I decided to go with Uttar Pradesh, and this is the book that I would recommend to you. I think this is a wonderful book that truly captures the essence of Uttar Pradesh. This book celebrates the Uttar Pradesh that once was. It takes us to a time back in the days of the Zamindari when things were very different from what they are today, and it takes us to the UPs of 1940s, 1950s, 60s, 70s and sometimes even 1930s. Now those of you who don't know, Tanuja Chandra has written for a lot of movies like Sangharsh and a lot more. I don't remember the name, but yeah, I will put them here. One thing that sets this book apart is that these stories were told to Tanuja by by her chachas and mausis and buas, and they believe it to be true. So these are urban and rural legends from all parts of UP, and no matter how incredible they might sound to you and me, people from that part of UP, people from these areas of UP, they know that these are true stories.
Hello everyone, this is Preetha Sharkar from BookTales by Preetha. I reside in Kolkata, West Bengal, and in today's video I will talk about a book called Ghore Baire and its English interpretation, The Home and the Other World by Rabindranath Tagore. I feel this particular novel, Ghore Baire, is highly relevant to today's day and time, although this novel was first published in 1916 and the English translation got published in 1920. The backdrop of this novel is Swadeshi movement of Bengal. This novel has got three prime characters, Nikhilesh, Sandeep and Bimola. In this particular novel, we get to see Tagore himself presenting two opposing characters, that is, following Western culture and the revolution against Western culture. So if you see the character of Nikhilesh, you will find that he is a rational character, while Sandeep is a person who can do anything to achieve his goal. In the story, we see Nikhilesh wants his wife Bimola to come out of their house and take part in a rally. Bimola had previously heard about Sandeep, but she had never met him in person. So she used to oppose him. But once she heard him giving a speech in a rally, her views about him totally changed. What happens next? To know that, you have to read this beautiful book, or rather a novel, Ghore Baire by Tagore. There were also two movie adaptations of this particular book, Ghore Baire. The first one was made in 1984, which was directed by Satyajit Ray, and around 2 years back, Ghore Baire was also made by veteran director Aparna Singh.
Hey you guys, I hope you're doing very nice. My name is Anchal and I run the channel Libra Review. I am from Delhi. So the book recommendation today is coming from an author who is from Delhi, which is Adulting by Niharika Gupta. Now this is the story of three people. One of them is running a blog, but then she has a lot of body image issues while running the blog. The other one is a writer, but he's facing a writing block. And the third one is trying so hard to get everything right and impress her mother, but she's not able to do so, and she's losing her self-worth because of that. It is a very easy language to read and everything. It's not something extra special or something, but on the other hand, I really like the book because of how we do go through these issues ourselves, but we rarely talk about it, and this book has talked about it in a very fun way. It also has three narrations from three perspectives, so keep that in mind, but it's a very easy book to read. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for having me here.
Hello everyone, I am Shalu and I have a YouTube channel called Shaluwalya where I talk about books. Today I would like to share an amazing book from my home state Punjab, that is Train to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh. It is a historical novel which captures the horrors of partition of India. The novel occupies a special place in Indian literature. Instead of socio-political aspects of partition, it focuses on the effects of partition on common people, its ground reality, horrors, and the bloodshed. The story begins in a fictitious remote village where Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs have lived together peacefully since ages. But freedom and partition change everything. When a train full of dead bodies arrives in the village, this peaceful village transforms overnight into a battlefield. Set within the darkness of communal violence is the heart-touching love story of a Sikh boy and a Muslim girl. The author minces no words in describing the brutal violence waged against innocent people in the name of religion. The book stays relevant even after all these years, as things haven't changed much in today's time. It is a compelling book worth a read. So this was my book recommendation. Thank you Sinkalpita for having me on your channel, and I wish all of you a very happy Independence Day.
Hello
Hello everyone, I'm Lepakshi and I'm from Karnataka, and the book I'm going to be talking about is called 3000 Stitches by Sudhamurthy. The book is a collection of 11 short stories, and these stories are from the author's real life experiences, events, and so on. The first story is called 3000 Stitches, and the book derives its title from that very story. My personal favorite stories were Cattle Class, A Life Unwritten, and No Place Like Home. Each story is beautiful, very touching, and some will even bring tears to your eyes. There was this other story which involved Sudha Murthy's grandkids, and that was very light-hearted and made me laugh so many times. So every story is unique in its own way and will not fail to intrigue the reader. The book really is immensely beautiful, and definitely pick it up if you haven't. It's a wonderful read.
Hi everyone, I am Pallavi from YouTube channel Pallavi Ki Bandi. Basically, I am from Maharashtra, so today I will be recommending a Marathi historic novel, Chava, which is written by Shivaji Sawant. Now, Shivaji Sawant took nearly 12 years of research to write this historic novel. This historic novel is based on the life of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje, who was the elder son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This novel talks a lot about Maratha dynasty, wars, politics, tactics, about Marathas, about Mauras. This novel talks about the hardships that Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje has faced while establishing the Hindavi Swarajya. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Raje fought many wars against Mughal emperors, but at last he was deceitfully, mercilessly killed by Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. I'm recommending this book to you all so that we all can pay tribute to this leader, to this hero and legend of Maratha dynasty who fought for Mother India. From this novel, you can learn a lot about history. So if you're a history lover, then you should definitely try this book, I must say. This book is available in Hindi language also. You can grab it out and you can read it.
Hello everyone, I am Sunshine from Kisarkor, and on 15th August this year, I would like to recommend a book, Mela Achal by Nache. The main reason for recommending this book is because it is set in Bihar, and I think all the books that I have read till now which are set in Bihar, this is the only book that represents the real Bihar. Nath Renu was an author from Bihar, so I guess he knew uh, the reality of the state. And in this book, he has portrayed the culture, the language, the mentality, the society, the festivities, everything so beautifully that it's just amazing read. Also, Mela Achal is considered as one of the most important book in Hindi literature. So if anybody is interested in Hindi literature, I guess this is a must read for them. Also, my mom recommends it.
Hi, this is Manpreet from Chennai. My channel name is The Bookish Nook. So, from this part of India, the author that I like the most is R.K. Narayan, and I would like to recommend to you guys one of his most popular novel, The Guide. So, the central theme of The Guide is that the main character Raju is a fraud. He cheats on people by taking extra money due to his profession, that is a tourist guide. And as the story goes on, he becomes a spiritual guide, that is, he becomes more thoughtful, kind-hearted and disciplined. I would like to recommend you guys to read this book because we as humans can relate to the main character Raju, because we humans as well have a darker side, and at certain point of life we evolve into better human beings. Also, the writing of the author is very easy and easy to flip through, so you guys should definitely pick it up.
Hi, I am Momita from West Bengal, and today I want to recommend you a book named Mother of 184 by Mahashweta Devi. It is actually originally written in Bengali, but the translation of the book is really good too, and it is set in the time of 1970s Naxalite movement. And in this situation, a mother, Sujata, lost her elder son Broti, and in this book author has portrayed the social turmoil of that time really nice. And this is basically a story about a mother's journey, how she overcome her odds and tried to keep his son alive throughout his all the life, and while everyone else in her family is trying to erase his memories. And this book is really worth reading.
Finally, guys, I'm so happy that I did this collaboration. It was just a very spontaneous idea, and I'm so grateful to all these wonderful booktubers to be a part of this video. Some of them came on board on a very short notice, so thank you so much, everybody. You guys are amazing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want a future collaboration, me doing something like that again, let me know in the comments below what topic would you like it to be, and we will be very happy to do it. So thank you guys, thank you so much again. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you soon until the next video, which will be pretty soon. Bye.